Hello Math 143. I'm going to create one video this week and then send out emails throughout the week instead of sending out videos. So I'm going to go over, in this video I'm going to go over what you need to be completing for the week, as well as your first group evaluation, what is expected of you for that. So let me begin by talking about what's due this week and also what's due coming up. So let me switch over to the PowerPoint presentation and show you what's due this week. All right, so the due dates for this week are the Group Simpson's Paradox Lab. That is due by tomorrow, 8/28/2018 by 11:59 p.m. What's also due tomorrow at 11:59 p.m. is the Ethos, Pathos, and Logos quiz in Blackboard. That's located under the Assignments tab in the Unit 1 folder. The new assignment that's due this week is the Individual Unit Conversions Lab. This is going to require you to use some technology to solve some problems regarding a website that discusses the scale of the universe as a single pixel on your screen. So just to recap, the Group Simpson's Paradox Lab and that Blackboard quiz is due by tomorrow by 11:59 p.m. or 8/28/2018. And the Individual Unit Conversion Lab is due this Thursday, 8/30/2018 by 11:59 p.m. So now let's talk about your first group evaluation. So you're going to evaluate each of the members in your group for your Simpson's Paradox Lab. Now this is going to be true for every single lab in this semester. But I'm going to run you through in detail with an example of how you should do this in Blackboard, and it'll be open for you tomorrow at midnight, which really, I mean 12 a.m. tonight, basically. All right, so let's look at what constitutes a good group member, and that we believe that it's these 5 things. So was your group member present during the entire allotted time, which really means were they present online? Did they email you? Did they create a discussion board? Did they upload their lab? Which means were they prepared with the individual lab? Did they actually provide you with the individual lab in some way? Did your group members contribute useful ideas on all sections of the group lab? Did they stay on task? And did your group members demonstrate a cooperative and supportive attitude, or were they just kind of complaining about the fact that they have to work in groups the whole time? So if they met all 5 of these standards, then you will give them a 5 on a group evaluation. If you never heard from your group member, they did absolutely nothing, then you're going to give them a 0. So notice this is a 0 to 5 grading. All right. If they only did 2 or 3 of these, then you would only give them a 2 or a 3. Now, like I said, your first group evaluation will be available at midnight on 8/28/2018, and it will be due on Tuesday, September 4th, 2018 by 11:59 p.m. Which, if you're watching this on the Monday that I send it out, that would be the following Tuesday. Okay, so let's look at an example of a group evaluation. So here I have a group of 4 people. It has Sheldon, Penny, Howard, Amy, and Raj, and now that I read it, that's actually 5 people. So I have a group of 5 people. Let's pretend that the person who rated themselves in this one was Sheldon. So this is Sheldon's group evaluation for his group. He give himself a 4, he give Penny a 3, he give Howard a 1, he give Amy a 5, and he gave Raj a 4. Now, Howard was the lowest on the list, so anything less than a 3, I do ask that you provide justification as to why you gave it. So here, Sheldon has given Howard a 1, and he's provided why he gave Howard a 1. He said Howard did not stay on task, did not contribute ideas, did not respond to any emails, and was not supportive or cooperative. He did post his individual lab to the file exchange, though. So the one thing that Howard did was posted or provided his individual lab, which was only 1 out of the 5 group requirements. So Howard gets a 1 out of 5. Now what's that going to look like? In the grade book, that's going to be a 20%. So 1/5 is 20%, so forth and so on. So the only person that Sheldon gave a 100% to in this case was Amy. She got all 5 points. So one thing that I noticed students will do is they won't know the scale. So again, the scale is 0 up to 5. So you're only rating them 0 if they did absolutely nothing. You don't even know who this person is. And they're giving them a 5 if they did all of the things in order to be an exceptional group member. Okay. All right, so the last thing in this video, I want to talk about how to get into WebAssign again. I've covered it in a previous video, but I just want to remind you one more time. So if you're inside our course and you go to Course Tools and then go to WebAssign, it is going to take you to WebAssign. If you're taking more than one WebAssign course, you'll see this. If not, it'll take you straight to your class, but I'm taking or have more than one, so I'm going to click my 143 course. Up here at the top where it says Student View on mine, yours is going to say something about purchasing the access code. So if you've bought it from the bookstore, then this is where you're going to enter that access code for WebAssign. It's not going to go away until that trial period is up, but once it does and you've entered the access code, then it should just roll over and go away and everything is all copacetic. If it doesn't, then please email me. If you bought the access code and put it in, then we'll try and get it worked out. I have went ahead and added the correct due dates for all of the WebAssign assignments now. They're fixed, and also you should see some new ones that weren't showing before. They were out of order, but now you have one for the Simpsons paradox and then the critically thinking. So for all of Unit 1, everything's now there and showing. Don't know why it wasn't showing earlier, but it's fixed now. Last thing I want to point you to again is your textbook, which is over here. If you click on this or click up here at my ebooks, it will take you to the textbook. And then if you want some extra practice, there are something called the learning curves. So down here under resources and the learning curves, they're good vocabulary quizzes. So for example, if we want to do Simpsons Paradox's learning curve, then this is a good way to review the vocabulary in the section. So for example, Simpsons paradox occurs when blank data can mask underlying patterns, when combining data can mask underlying patterns. And you can keep going through to change a fraction to a percent. First step is to divide, so forth and so on. So it's a good way to practice some vocabulary and concepts from the section. And it's automatically graded. Now this is not tied to WebAssign. So whatever you do there is on your own and not for a grade in the grade book. Now all of the WebAssigns are for a grade in the grade book and will be posted into Blackboard. Okay, so that's everything for day 1. Again, I wanted to remind you of these due dates that are here. Just show you the one behind there. The Group Simpsons Paradox Lab is due tomorrow, August 28th, 2018 by 11:59. The Ethos, Pathos, and Logos quiz in Blackboard is due tomorrow, August 28th, 2018 by 11:59. And the Individual Unit Conversions Lab is due Thursday, August 30th, 2018 by 11:59. And the Unit Conversions Lab is a new lab in the Unit 1 folder in the Assignments tab. So if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to email me. Again, my email is esmith845@cvcc.edu, and I look forward to hearing from you, and I hope you have a successful week 2 of Math 143, Section 850 online.